3.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Navarro, and I'm going to be taking you through 2 introductory activities and 2 developmental activities. Okay, this is going to be geared towards 4th grade. Okay, so the first activity we're going to do for the introductory is something that's run, stop. Okay, we're going to run and we're going to stop. So running is not this. Okay, running is not this either. Okay, running, we want to go as fast as we can. We want to go from point A to point B, and then we want to stop. Okay, so if I'm right here and I'm going to run, okay, I want to go full speed and stop. Okay, now if you'll notice when I stop with the knees bent. What we don't want to do is we're running and then stop like that, because then we lose our balance. Okay, so we got to make sure that when we are stopping, we have our knees bent, okay, to slow us down. So if I go ahead and go and sprint, I want to stop, my knees are bent, I dropped my bottom, okay, making sure I'm low, and that's it, right? So that's the run and the stop. Now, we're going to transition into run, stop, and pivot. Pivot is going to be something like this. So if I'm facing this direction, I want to pivot. Pay attention right here to my feet. Okay, I don't want to pick up my foot and go like this. A pivot is whatever direction I'm going to, I'm going to keep that foot on the ground, but it's going to be almost on my toes and the balls of my feet. So that if I pivot to my right foot's going to be on the ground, I'm going to be on the balls of my feet, and I'm going to turn like this. If I want to turn back to my left, okay, got the weight right here, balls on my feet on my left side, foot's on the ground, and I'm turning like that. So now I'm going to run, stop, and then pivot. Okay, run, come to a complete stop, and then pivot. In this case, I'm going to pivot to my right. So I'm going to run, stop, pivot, and then I'll go back. Once again, I'm going to run, stop, and then I'm going to pivot to my left. So those are the 2 introductory activities. Okay, just to recap, for running, we want to make sure that we are going as fast as we can, making sure we maintain good posture, looking straight ahead. When we're stopping, we want to bend our knees, okay, let our bottoms drop, and when we're pivoting, we want to keep whichever direction we're going. That foot's on the ground, leave the outside foot to turn, and that is a pivot. Now the 2 developmental skills that I'm going to be talking about involve, well, I'm going to incorporate this mat right now. But the first one I'm going to do is called a trunk twist, okay, trunk twister. So, first things first, make sure our feet are shoulder width apart, not out here, not here either. We're nice, shoulder width apart. I'm gonna take my right hand to my left shoulder, then I'm gonna take my left hand to my right shoulder. I wanna tuck my chin in, get my elbows up, and I wanna bend at the waist. Bend at the waist, not bend down like that, but I wanna bend at the waist. We're gonna keep that chin tucked, okay? Bend again at the waist. And we're gonna come up. Now we're gonna bend, and I'm gonna twist. I'm gonna open up to my right. So right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. Tuck the chin, bend at the waist, and I'm gonna twist my body, come back, twist my body, come back, and we're back up, okay? That is a trunk twister. I felt a nice stretch around the trunk. This is the trunk, the core of our body, okay? The next one now is going to be push-ups. So when we're doing our push-ups, okay, just like the exercise says, it is pushing up. Okay, we're gonna start from a position, we'll be right here. Okay, so when it comes to push-ups, we have to make sure that our arms do the work. not our backs, not our hips, nothing. We want to make sure that our arms are doing the work. And as we lower ourselves, we want to protect the shoulders, okay? If we flare the elbows out, that can cause extra strain that we don't need on our shoulders. So we want to keep the elbows as tucked in as possible. So to assume the push-up position, I want to be on my toes. I want my back to be as straight as possible. And as I lower myself, I want to bring the shoulders in, touch, and then back up. It's important that we keep our head and neck neutral. We're not looking up and we're not looking, to the side, to the right. Okay, we want to keep the head neutral. Lower the elbows, bend, keep them to our sides. Touch the chest or our belly with the floor and then rise up and keep everything controlled, okay? What we don't want to see is this, okay? Want to make sure everything's nice and flat. Okay, my head is neutral, dropping at the sides, touch the floor, and then we're back up. Now, it can be difficult to do a push-up, right? So one alternative that we can do is push-ups from the knees, okay? Now, when it comes to push-ups from the knees, a lot of people sometimes get it confused, and students might not understand how to do it. Some students might do this, some students might do this. Okay, it's important that we educate the students that we're gonna be on our knees, okay? I like to keep my feet as close as possible in the back, okay? Now we want to extend a little bit to where my back feels nice and straight, my head is neutral, and the same concept. I want to bend my elbows, try to keep them tucked in, go down, and then up. Go down, and then up, okay? As far as hand placement goes, we want the hands to be, pretty straight with the shoulder, okay? Not too far in front, not too behind the shoulder, but try to keep our shoulder hands aligned, nice and straight. Once again, tuck in, down, and then up. Okay, that's an alternative to the push-up. Okay, so just a quick recap. We did the running, stopping, make sure knees are bent, posture's nice and straight. Then we did the pivot, whichever direction we're pivoting, make sure that foot's on the ground, keep it nice, loose. Okay, then we went into the trunk twist. We want to go opposite hand, opposite shoulders, chuck the tin, bend, open up the trunk, okay, get a nice stretch. And then we finished off with push-ups. Okay, push-ups are a great way to help develop the kids, their chest, develop tricep strength, develop shoulder strength, and just getting them used to simple body movements that we can do, okay? Once again, my name is Jonathan Navarro. Appreciate you watching. Thank you.